Welcome to another episode of Raven Conversations. I'm Joe Seamantle, State Public Affairs Officer for the Washington National Guard. And today I'm joined by Senior Airman Khoa Tran. Virtually, he's at his office, I would imagine, right now, working for Amazon Web Services. He's a cyber warfare operator with the Washington Air National Guard, but you're also an ADC engineer, which I don't know what that means, but I'm definitely going to ask about it, with Amazon Web Services. And he's going to talk about his background and being in the Guard. So thanks for joining us.
Thank you for having me. I was thrilled when you sent me a message on LinkedIn.
Yeah.
My name is Khoa Tran, and then I immigrated from the U.S. back in 2012 at the first generation. So I went to college in UW in Washington State with a finance background. And then COVID happened 2020. That is, I always wanted to serve the country and community that accepted me and then give me opportunity throughout the year. So that's why I always want to join, but I didn't know there's an opportunity there's an Air National Guard. I don't even know there's Air National Guard. So I met a friend, and then he said, "Oh, he's in the Air National Guard, and if you're interesting." And then that's how that's COVID. During COVID, life too short. I need to do something, and I want to do it. So joining the military is my decision. So reach out to the recruiter, and then the rest is history now in the Guard.
Yeah, you kind of answered my next question right there. Is how did you learn about the Guard? Sounds like just a friend told you about it. So
yes, I'm very blessed to get to know him, and he introduced me to the Guard. Now I do the same thing, what I'm doing. So I, introduce people. Hey, there's a military. If you don't want to commit full-time active duty, there's a Guard and reserve you can join.
Yeah. So you were in finance prior to becoming in the Guard, and now you're a cyber warfare operator in the Guard, and you work for AWS. Excuse me. What led you to make that switch over?
Good question. So I joined in. So my friend, he also a cyber career field in the Guard. They said, okay, we have a lot of job right now in cyber career field. And then I take ASVAB, and then, okay, it's good score. You can do, cyber. So that's why I joined cyber. And then went to basic training, technical school, go back to the unit, worked at HR for a few months. And then I got a job offer at AWS. So unplanned, it just naturally happened.
So you work for Amazon Web Services full time. You're in the Guard part time. How have you found being in the Guard has helped at Amazon?
Definitely is I think for the Guard, they teach me a lot more just technical skill, of course, cyber career field. With Amazon, is also technical. For ADC engineer, stand for Amazon dedicated cloud engineer. It means I work specifically for a government cloud. So by have a background in military, I able to understand, the concept of that. And but more than that, military teach me about discipline, very disciplined, and then have how to say that, design myself properly. That's how the military helped me to, get the job in civilian side to be working for AWS.
Yeah. So kind of vice versa. How have you found that Amazon's helped in your Guard career?
Definitely, because in our cyber career field, when you work for a private company, especially a big tech company, there's a lot of technology innovation happen. And sometimes the military is a little bit slow to adopt due to we have a lot of regulation and policy. But for the private company, we get introduced to all that technology and have understanding of that, and we apply that back to our job. Let's say if we work on, I think the end of this year we have voting election for residential and also Congress. So our unit, we're supporting that. So having the background in outside using cloud will help us to do that mission in the military as well, to support our state and the federal government.
Yeah. So what's something you would say to somebody who is looking at becoming a cyber warfare operator in the Guard? Like, and they just, they're kind of on the fence about joining. What kind of advice would you give?
Um, just don't think about it. Just join. You don't know what's gonna happen. It just you you have to push yourself. Like I was scary when I doing basic training. I don't know anything military. I'm first generation, but I know I want to do joining military, and then so I should do it. And it step by step you try to get through it. Um, yeah, just do it. Take the test. If you qualify, and then go through it. Don't give it up. I think the mindset, the military teach me a lot about the mindset. If you have a fixed mindset on something, you will be able to achieve it. Just don't quit.
That's fantastic advice. I think that's kind of the same thing I always tell people too is just go for it, and it always ends up working out. Usually you're always afraid at the beginning and you're kind of like, oh my gosh, I don't know what to expect. And
Mhm.
then you get through basic training, you're like, oh, it wasn't as bad as I thought it was gonna be.
I think it's the best day of my life so far for like the graduation on basic training.
Yeah. No,
Yeah.
that's fantastic. I love that. Anything else? Any advice to others you'd like to throw out there? Anything else?
For military community, I don't know if joining military give me a lot of opportunity and also like serving community. Like we have like doing I think like Afghan rescue and also doing COVID.
Mhm.
And then we have fire. I know people in my unit do also wildfire. It's really meaningful, like to able to contribute to the community if you want to serve that way. And even though I just came back from deployment to last year, so I do 6 month deployment in the Middle East. So it gave me a lot like first-hand experience and the same duty and honor when I serve alongside with active duty and what actually mission we're doing. So if anyone have, want to join, just do it. If you have opportunity for deployment or any volunteer or any mission, do it because you will. The reward is so much more than what you did. Yeah, I
No,
learned a
I
lot.
appreciate. Yeah, I appreciate that. I do. It I think when I first enlisted, I was deployed within the first like 18 months of being enlisted, and it's like I kind of say the same thing. So I appreciate your time and coming on and joining us. I know you're a frequent watcher of the podcast, and that's why I wanted to reach out to you because I also loved your resume. I love talking to our guardsmen who have these careers at different places like Amazon. So
Yeah.
thanks for joining us and talking with us. If you like the video, give it a like. If you want to know more, subscribe to the channel. And if you have any questions about working at Amazon, put in the comments. We can pass them along, and you can give some advice on there. Even um, appreciate you coming on, Khoa, and talking with us.
Yeah, thank you for having me. Thank you so much for doing this, for sharing everyone's story. It's really amazing thing to do. Yes.